Hey guys, welcome back to Sissy Spaces. Today's videos are restocked and organized with me, but in order to restock and organize, first we must shop, starting at Lowe's. 2 weeks ago, our oldest removed the dried shrub from the garden, and here we're looking for a new one to replace it. I'm not known for having a green thumb, so instead of flowers, I chose a perennial, which can live for more than 2 years. They do dry up in the fall and winter, but return in the spring with a full bloom. They're also known for their resilience, but to ensure success, I picked up some Miracle-Gro potting mix, which is great at helping plants grow twice their size. We also needed some new chair covers for the chairs on our back patio, as well as a new glass insert for our storm door. Recently, while hubby was mowing the lawn, a rock was thrown from the lawnmower, shattering the glass. To replace it, we ordered a new one, which can take up to 10 days to arrive. Also, this Lowe's didn't have the chair covers needed, so along with ordering the glass insert, I ordered those as well. And once done checking out, I packed up the car and headed to Walmart. Been with my channel for a while, you know that Walmart is my store of choice when shopping for our weekly grocery haul. But lately I've become a little frustrated when picking up some of our favorite hygiene items, as the cases used to store them are always locked. So while waiting, I decided to shop for other items needed, and will order those items behind the locked cases if they're not unlocked when I return. And as usual, I was distracted while crossing over from the personal care section of the store to the food and grocery items. I'm also sure that's why Walmart designed their store this way, but I stayed on task and only placed in the cart what was needed. There were some decor items that were priced lower than usual, and if all goes well with this month's budget, I may return to get them. His favorite peanut butter flavored treats were on sale, so of course I had to grab 2 of them. I also wanted to try a different scent of the Glade plug-ins and found that the Hawaiian Breeze scent lingered longer than the lavender scented ones I've used before. PetSmart, Max's favorite brand of dog food, was also on sale, so of course I stocked up on it as well. As a pup, Max was diagnosed with a sensitive stomach, so he requires a special type of dog food, in which the Hill Science Diet brand fits the bill. Restock and organize with me videos, I would return home to drop off the grocery items from Walmart before shopping at Sam's. But today, the trunk was not as full as usual, and it's definitely because of the rising cost of food. Also in the past, our weekly grocery budget was $400, but today's grocery haul totaled a little under $600. By the way, hubby preps for our evening meals and picks up all the meats and vegetables required. So later, as I share our weekly grocery haul, those items will be limited or not present. Although not shown, our youngest did unload some of the items as well as all of the water. And once done unpacking, I'll share with you our weekly grocery haul from Walmart and Sam's. Some of the personal care items needed were these Dreadix wipes for our youngest and Olive Olay cleansing cloths for me. We were low on lens wipes, which are convenient when on the go, as well as these 2 types of soft soap hand soap. The boys like using the Walmart brand of cocoa butter scented lotion and the fragrance-free Aveeno body wash. Some additional household items needed were these Glade plugins I mentioned earlier, along with lots of laundry products such as the OxiClean stain remover and board rags that I prefer to use as a deodorizer, as well as white distilled vinegar and Gain Moonlight Breeze scented firework beads. The family really liked the Nature's Own honey wheat bread, while I prefer the Solo white bread. I grabbed Max's favorite chicken and vegetable flavored soft food, as well as his peanut butter flavored treats. I also picked up additional white distilled vinegar to use when cleaning our vegetables. We were low on the Ziploc quart-sized freezer bags and the Reynolds Wrap Everyday Strength aluminum foil. We as a family do prefer using the Bounty paper towels, as well as the Charmin brand of toilet paper. And in order to restock our snack drawer, I picked up the variety pack of Frito-Lay chips, 3 of the Memories Mark chocolate-covered almonds, and the Great Value brand of pecan halves. For convenience, I picked up 3 of the pre-cut fresh fruit cups of mangoes, pineapples, and cantaloupes, the 18-count of extra-large eggs, the Great Value brand of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, my favorite Mexican street corn salad kit, celery and carrots, which are mostly used as a quick snack, and a 4-pack of apple juice. And the last of our weekly grocery haul consists of the mini spicy guac cups, pepper jack flavored cheese sticks, along with a 16-ounce container of half and half, Italian sweet cream coffee creamer, the boys' favorite mozzarella sticks, as well as the pepperoni pizza rolls, an 8-pound bag of crinkle cut fries, and the Tyson's brand of chicken breast strips. Now that we've shopped and I've shared our weekly grocery haul, it's time to restock and organize. The day prior, I did a deep clean of the fridge and freezer because I knew shopping for today's grocery haul would be a long one. I'm also happy to admit, as I cleaned and cluttered and organized the fridge, I didn't need to toss anything, which means our current stock rotation system of first in and first out works. Along with using the first in and first out stock rotation system, we're also continuing to cook our breakfast and dinner meals in bulk, which means we usually have enough leftovers of breakfast and dinner meals to last a week. And we organize the fridge by keeping our breakfast leftovers in the smaller containers on the bottom shelf left of the fridge, and all of our dinner leftovers are placed in the larger containers on the same bottom shelf but to the right of the fridge. Before continuing to restock and organize, I do want to submerge this celery in cold water with white distilled vinegar, which not only cleans it, but also maintains its freshness for longer. And we'll use several of the gallon-size Ziploc freezer bags to store our frozen food items, because the Ziploc freezer bags prevents freeze or burn and also keeps the freezer cleaner for longer. For those that are new to the channel, I like placing all of our frozen food items in the Ziploc freezer bags, and it started when the boys were younger, because during that time, they were not closing the bags properly, which meant most of the frozen food items experienced freezer burn, which caused them to lose their flavor and texture, thus having to be tossed. Also, before using the Ziploc freezer bags, most of the food would fall out of the bag onto the bottom of the freezer, which meant the freezer would need to be cleaned more often. But since using the Ziploc freezer bags, we no longer toss frozen food items, and I no longer need to clean the freezer as often. Although it is more budget-friendly to purchase this 8-pound bag of crinkle-cut fries in bulk, the bag is definitely too large to fit in the freezer. So for easier storage and to save space, I like separating the contents into several gallon-sized Ziploc freezer bags, and along with saving space, it allows for a more manageable portion control. Although not shown, our youngest is currently restocking the pantry, as well as the upstairs and downstairs linen closets. He's also taking all of the boxes outside as I unpack them, along with restocking the cabinet we use to store our bottled water. I do like storing our eggs in this clear acrylic container because it's easier to see when we're running low. And now that we've restocked and organized the fridge and freezer, it's time to restock and organize the laundry room. If you missed last week's video, I deep cleaned this laundry room, removing everything from this cabinet and organized it in preparation for restocking today. These items should last at least a month because I wash, dry, and fold 1 load per day. I also strip our whites once every 3 months, so the OxiClean may last a little longer, although I do use a little of it when washing our whites. As I restocked the pecans, I remembered that I forgot to add peanuts to the list. And while our youngest was restocking the cabinet we used to store our bottled water, I realized I should have picked up 5 cases of water versus 4. But I did jot these items down so they could be added to next week's grocery haul. Our youngest did restock this linen closet with the paper towels and toilet paper shown earlier, but forgot to add these items. And along with deep cleaning the laundry room last week, I also tidied this linen closet as well as the downstairs linen closet to prepare them for restocking and organizing today. Next, we'll finish restocking and organizing the pantry, but first, let's start by restocking Max's food drawer. He did already have several cans of soft dog food left, so before restocking them, I placed the older ones up front so they could be used first. And although not shown, I cleaned this hard food container and poured the 2 small bags of hard dog food in it prior to sharing our weekly grocery haul. I do take my time when restocking the chips, organizing all like items together, and ensuring the bags are wrinkle-free. I know some of you are thinking that I'm doing a little too much, but I guarantee you that if you have kids or a significant other and they see it organized that way, eventually they'll do the same. I've also found that by keeping our home organized, it reduces stress and anxiety, as well as fosters a sense of control. But I think the biggest benefit of having an organized home is that you can see everything you have, thus preventing waste and duplicate purchases. Before continuing to restock the pantry, I do want to restock the remaining personal care items in this downstairs linen closet before I forget. And as you can see, our youngest did restock the paper towels and toilet paper. I like keeping the last drawer in my vanity, also known as the overflow drawer, fully stocked at all times because I use the items in it to restock the first and second drawer. So that's why I call it the overflow drawer. Hubby also has an overflow drawer in his vanity, as well as the boys in their own bathroom vanities. This celery has been soaking for a while, so before we finish restocking and organizing the pantry, we'll remove and clean the celery first. I do like to remove both ends of the celery stalk after cleaning them, which makes for easier storage in this acrylic container. But also by preparing them ahead of time, it saves time later when we're ready for a quick snack. And as you can see, Max is hoping I would drop one or at least give him a snack. But he has less than 30 minutes before dinner, so he'll have to wait. I also want to plant the Perennial I picked up from Lowe's earlier, so let's finish restocking the fridge and pantry so we can get to it. We do use a lot of Ziploc freezer bags, but as I've mentioned in previous videos, I don't mind paying for convenience. And while restocking and organizing the pantry, I could hear the delivery truck drop off the roofing supplies. The company we hired to replace the roof is called BLACKDOG Roofing, and I'll have their info linked in my description box. They are scheduled to start tomorrow, so before planting the Perennial, I wanted to check out the supplies, as this is my first time having a roof replaced. I didn't need to do very much digging because 2 weeks ago, our oldest removed the dried shrub that was here before. Also, to use Miracle-Gro, it's recommended that you mix the appropriate amount with water, then apply it to the soil around the plant. But I found over time that if I mix Miracle-Gro with the existing soil, then flush it with fresh water, it works just as well. Also, when planting a perennial, choose a location with the appropriate amount of sunlight and ensure the hole is 1.5 times the size of the container or slightly larger. And once planted, it's recommended that you apply a layer of mulch around it, which can help retain moisture and suppress the weeds. It's the next day, and as I watched through our Ring camera, the roofing team had already removed the old roof within the first hour. They then replaced any rotten wood found before installing the underlayment, drip edge, shingles, and flashing. And while they were hard at work replacing the roof, I was using a product that I ordered off Amazon called cerium oxide to remove the scratches off the glass of our double ovens. According to the instructions, mix 4 parts cerium oxide with 1 part water. Then stir with a spoon or similar tool until the paste reaches a smooth, consistent texture. Next, apply the prepared cerium oxide paste to a felt pad or equivalent polishing pad. Then start the polishing device. Personally, I think I added too much water and didn't polish the glass of the top oven as long as I should have. So when applying the paste to the glass of the bottom oven, I polished it longer and let the paste sit for at least 5 minutes before removing. This was a very early morning for me, so as you can see, when the team arrived, I was still in my PJs. They did inform me that they would arrive early, and that they did. Also, when removing the paste, I used some old dish towels and disposed of them once done. I also ensured all the paste was completely removed before using Dawn Power Wash to clean up. In my opinion, the cerium oxide didn't really remove the scratches from the glass, but it did polish it. It also could be user error because my paste was more water-like and I don't think I polished it or allowed the paste to sit long enough to work. It did take some time to remove the paste off the glass of the oven doors, and when cleaning the polishing pad, I used Dawn Power Wash, which did a great job of removing all of the paste. Also, after cleaning the glass of the oven doors with Dawn Power Wash, I then cleaned it again with a damp dish towel in order to remove any remaining soap residue left behind. This time, I decided to use a paper towel to remove the paste from the glass of the bottom oven door, but must admit, it did take longer to remove the paste than using a damp dish towel as I had done before. So after using several paper towels, I switched back to using a damp dish towel. And as you can see, by this time, the paste had dried, which required more elbow grease to remove it. The glass on the bottom oven door did seem clearer than the glass on the top oven door, so I do plan to use the cerium oxide again this summer on the glass of these oven doors, and will ensure I mix the product properly as well as polish it a lot more and let the product sit longer. I did take my time to deep clean the sink in order to ensure all of the cerium oxide paste was removed. Also, the roofers were able to replace the roof and clean up around the property in under 9 hours. And once done, we did a walk around the property to ensure all trash was removed. The contractor also used a drone to show the areas where the wood had rotten and was replaced, as well as an overview of the roof as a whole. Before leaving, the contractor took some time to answer any questions or concerns we had and returned a few days later to remove the additional supplies that remained on the property. Made it this far in the video, I want to thank you for watching Sissy Spaces. And if you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.